This video is brought to you by SoccerPro.com. Be sure to visit SoccerPro.com for all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices with no membership fees. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for $10 off a $75 purchase, plus free shipping within the US. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing another retro unboxing. Today I have for you the much requested Adidas F50. This is the original F50 that was released in 2004, brand new in the box in the soft ground stud pattern, which is fairly unique on this particular shoe. So very excited to bring you guys this unboxing. Like I said, a lot of you guys asked for this, and just make sure you guys like the video, because I really went through a lot of trouble to get this particular shoe in my hands to show you guys. So like I said, just leave a like on the video, it really does help me out. And I'll just get to the unboxing here. In the box you get a couple of things. You get the stud wrench here, which is not really a wrench, it's kind of this tool to help you clip and unclip and clip in the studs themselves. They don't actually screw in, which you'll see a little bit later, so you do get that extra tool. You get this little bag here that contains 2 sets of insoles, which I'll get to a little bit later, and then you get obviously the little F50 brochure here, which I'll show you guys really quickly. Just kind of unfolds, and it gives you kind of all the technical specifications of the shoe. Pretty cool. It's in the black and yellow, which was the launch color of this particular shoe. There you can see it right there. And overall, like I said, just a really cool shoe from Adidas. Probably one of the most unique, or at least one of the best looking shoes on the market. Not on the market, sorry, ever made, at least I think. I just think it's really unique in its design. And overall, I just really like the overall look of the shoe. But here they are, guys. This is the Adidas F50, the original version. And as you guys can see, it's just totally off the wall as far as design goes. The first thing that's really going to strike you is this kind of split color design. You have the entire black midfoot area on both the inside and the outside of the shoe, and with this kind of light silver leather section at the front, which kind of spans the forefoot, the top of the foot, and then part of the instep here, and then it goes back to this solid black design. Just really cool. Just to go over the upper itself here, like I said, this midfoot section of the shoe is actually kind of this mesh-like material with this thick stitching running through here to provide that lateral support. No actual Adidas stripes going through the midfoot of the shoe, which is fairly unique and something that you don't normally see from any Adidas shoe, at least not anymore. You're always going to see some form of the Adidas stripes running through the sole, running through the midfoot of the shoe at least. And I guess you could argue that these are Adidas stripes right here, but again, they're not super visible. You do have the Adidas logo here on the heel counter, and just overall really cool that they did that through the midfoot and the outside of the foot. Not sure how that would kind of translate into the overall feel of the shoe, but overall it's just totally unique. And then you have the kangaroo leather front section of the shoe, which spans the forefoot here, the top of the foot, and it's just really cool. This is kind of one of the original truly hidden lace covers. It kind of really does hide all of the laces, and I can show you guys through the lacing system here. It actually runs, it's totally unique. I can't even really tell you how they actually do it, but the laces are pretty much these loophole lace styles, and they run through the sides of this upper and then down the kind of midfoot area here, and then it's actually elasticated as well, and then you still have a kind of a unique tongue here. Like I said, very hard to show you guys on camera. If that does a better angle for you guys to see that, but it's just very difficult to show. Overall though, very good quality. You obviously have the 3 Adidas stripes here on this particular logo, and just a totally unique stitching pattern here. Just like I said, I'm just really a big fan of how this shoe looks, and the overall design of it, just really cool. And this is a size 8.5, so I actually had the chance to try it on, and it does fit pretty well as also. I'd just be too scared to wear it simply because it's from 2004. It's just too rare of a shoe and too good of condition. As far as the liner on the inside goes, you have a suede heel liner with the Adidas stripes here in orange, which again, really nice, really comfortable shoe to wear. And then you have this really unique external heel counter, fairly minimalist. You have this kind of little bar that runs almost in like a V shape on the inside and the outside of the shoe, and it's just kind of cool. It runs through there, provides a little bit of stiffness or lateral stability in the heel area that is definitely good to have. Then of course you have the split sole design, but you can notice that the shoe itself is pretty soft in this midfoot area, and that's mainly due to the insoles, which I'll take out right now. you actually get 3 sets of insoles with this particular shoe. And this is the lightweight insole that I have in the shoe right now. And you're gonna notice that the insole is fairly normal if you just look at it from the top. But from the bottom, there's this very hard, almost metal-like material. I'm not sure what kind of material it is, but it is a little bit cold to the touch, so I'm going to assume that it's some kind of metal. And this is the lightweight version, so it actually has stiffness to it. You can't actually bend it, but this is the most flexible of the bunch. But like I said, it came with this little extra pack here, which is what I had and I didn't show you guys. And if you open that up, there's actually 2 more sets of insoles in here. So if I pull out the first set, you have the comfort set of insoles. Like we see now with a lot of the F50s now, they're releasing them with a comfort and a lightweight set of insoles. And the comfort insole is the most rugged of the bunch, the 3 that you do get. And it has this material running all the way through the foot. And then, like I said, it's the stiffest of the bunch. And then it has kind of a little bit more padding here in the forefoot. That's really where the main difference is between all of these, is the amount of foam that you get and the kind of the stiffness of them. And then the last one is the performance outsole, which is kind of a combination between the two. It's nice and stiff, but it still has that kind of lightweight, minimalist amount of foam, so it's a little bit thinner than the comfort one, but a little bit thicker than the lightweight one. So it's kind of that in between, which is just totally unique. This material is just weird, and it's totally unique that they kind of decided to put the stiffness in the insole rather than the shoe itself. So just very, very unique design, and I'd just be curious to see how that actually does feel when you are wearing the shoes, but unfortunately I'm not going to wear them, so we'll never know. Like I said, these are brand new. You still have the tags here on the outside of the shoe, which I just find amazing that they've still kind of stayed on the shoe since 2004. That's normally one of the first things to break off. They also still have the stickers on the bottom of the sole plate for both shoes. That kind of silver sticker that's kind of gives you the warnings or the how to use things for the soft ground. You generally see that on a soft ground stud pattern shoe. And like I said, you have this split sole design, which is something that we've seen less and less of as far as shoes going for the last couple of years. A lot of companies are going away from this split sole design, and I'm not entirely sure why. I personally really like this split sole design. I just think it overall looks cool, and I'm just a big fan of it. I'm not entirely sure why they ditched it, but you have this kind of separate sole plate. You have a sole plate here for the forefoot, and then a sole plate for the heel counter area here. And as you can see, this particular soft ground stud pattern is a bladed. This is the XTRX stud pattern from Adidas that they ditched around. I believe they got rid of the stud pattern somewhere around 2009 was the last time we saw it. A lot of the Predators were still using this particular stud pattern in soft ground up until I believe the Predator X is when they got rid of it. But you've seen a lot of pros. I'm not sure that they do anymore, but a lot of pros were using this particular stud pattern as opposed to your standard 6 stud, and it's just really unique. You have these kind of clip-in metal tipped bladed studs, which is just really, really aggressive. They're fairly long, and it just overall provided really, really good traction. I've actually used this particular soft ground stud pattern on a different pair of shoes, and it just works really, really well. And nothing to complain about as far as traction goes. You have a plastic sole plate here. Nothing super fancy as far as that goes. But what's also really cool about this particular shoe is it has a FIFA approved stamp on the heel here. And the only reason that I can think of that would be there is because this was one of the first bladed soft ground stud patterns. So I'm sure that a lot of people probably had their questions and concerns regarding the design of this particular shoe. So it probably had to be run by FIFA to approve this actual stud pattern as far as the rules and regulations of the game. People probably had concerns over the safety factor when you did have these bladed metal studs, but obviously it was approved and they put it on the shoe. So I just think that's kind of cool, and it just shows a little bit of history of the rules of the game and why they actually how the standards of the game have changed with the equipment. I just think it's totally unique that it's on there and a little bit nostalgic in its own way. But that's pretty much it for the original version of the F50, guys. I'll leave a couple annotations right now to some of the other retro unboxings if you do want to see that. Like always, guys, leave a comment down below of any other retro shoes that you are interested in checking out, and I'll do my very best to get my hands on some. I'm working on getting some more retro shoes right now because I know you guys like to see this kind of video, and I enjoy making it for you guys. Just keep in mind that it can't happen all the time simply because I can't always get my hand on a pair of cool old shoes for you guys to, at least to show you guys. But in the meantime, if you want to check out the high quality pictures of this particular shoe, there will be a link in the description to a page that will bring you to all of the retro shoes that I have kind of showcased on my channel to give you guys some closer in-depth pictures. Just give you a better idea of how these shoes do actually look in person, because for a lot of you younger guys out there, you might not even have known of the existence of this shoe. So if you just want to see how this shoe does look up close and personal, go ahead and click that link in the description of soccerreviewsforyou.com, and you'll be able to see all of the high quality pictures and just get the close-up view of this particular shoe. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave one down below. And any questions you guys have not related to the video, go ahead and leave that on my Facebook page. There will be a link in the description of that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.